Hello, hello, hello. How you guys doing? Welcome to my channel. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. So, oh, camera. Hey, 1 second. Ah, there we go. Right. So that's dude.
Leave me alone.
Who was meant to come to the camera quite a while ago, but he didn't kind of want to go. So David just chills up here for buddy. Oh, look at him, he's angry. He's got his mouth open. But anyway, what are we here about today? We're here to talk about Baryonyx and Kentrosaurus. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about why I can't wait to see them in a game, why they're two of my on the near top list of dinos that I want to see in a game, why they're going to do good for the game, are they going to come next year? That obviously I can't answer, but I can make an estimated guess, which I think already would be yes. And yeah, I'm here to talk about two cool dinos and I hope you enjoy it. Now of course these are all my opinions, so if you disagree with it, you're more than welcome to comment about it, just don't be a penis about it. But if you agree, I'd like to hear your side of it. Maybe there's some things I missed or some other bits that you might, I don't know, just think about really, right? Yeah, so apart from that, say goodbye to dude, because I will be turning the camera off because poor guy's stressing. Have a great day and I'll see you guys in a minute. Oh, and don't forget I got a Discord channel, so feel free to join that. The link is down below in the description. Right? Look how good his colors are. Look at this happy little guy. Yeah.
Back off. I'll be back in my cage.
Oakley Dokley, so Baryonyx. Baryonyx is going to be the next semi-aquatic playable, and I mean proper semi-aquatic playable, not like this guy, which yes, okay, he can swim a little bit, he can see underneath water a little bit. Apart from that, he's drowning. His O2 just goes down so quickly that he might as well just have an inhaler with him, even though that doesn't work underwater. I can assure you, he should invent one just for himself, because it's ridiculous. I would not call Herrera a semi-aquatic, okay? It needs to be able to spend a little bit more time underwater, like come on. I'm not expecting it to be on Dino's level, but damn, poor thing. What I stand by is just pretty much Beipei and Dino. Baryonyx should be the next proper semi-aquatic. Now, I do believe nothing, not even Spino, but I don't think anything's ever going to be able to spend as much time underwater as a Dino. I think Dino is definitely going to be the most semi-aquatic because it will also be the one that suffers the most out of water with its dehydration. But I do believe that Baryonyx will be something that will be able to spend some good amount of time underwater. I think it'll be the most agile creature under the water, apart from Beipei of course, but something that can actually fight back, you know, not just hint you and be cute about it at the same time. Baryonyx is going to be hunting all the fish, just is going to be a direct competitor for Dino for AI food. Obviously in battle it will get slapped up by Dino, no doubt about that, but, and I do mean but, I do think that it's going to help stop Dino populations. Not that they're out of control or anything like that, but with the new map changes, for you that don't know, they are extending the swamps by a lot. Like it's going to be 3 times bigger, I believe, something like that, and they're gonna pretty much connect, well, not like completely connect, but kind of connect south with swamps, so Dinos won't even have far to travel, so it'll be a lot easier for Dino players to get there, which is good. I might actually finally play Dino and enjoy it again, but that also means more Dino players. So whilst they're growing, I think Barry is going to be a good deterrent to make sure that there's not going to be too many Dino players until they probably get Sabado. I think from Sabado you pretty much will be not defenseless, but you should pretty much swim away from a Dino as a Barry, because I think Dino's bite is obviously going to be so tremendous that you will just die. But let me show you why I also think he'll be more semi-aquatic. So Bibbly Boobly, as you can see, it's underwater. No shit, obviously it's going to be semi-aquatic, but why does that mean that it's going to be able to spend more time underwater? Just simply because the way they've drawn this. Yes, it's concept art, which means it's not definite, it's kind of ideas being shown to you. But I think most people have been asking for quite a while now for a semi-aquatic, someone else that can kind of spend time in the waters with Dino. Now like I said, I do believe Dino will be the one that spends most of the time in water, but as you can even see here, it has to be careful. Yes, it's slapping the Dino's head, but it's being careful about it, hence why its head is also far back. It's like, I don't want to get headshotted by this guy here, it's gonna hurt. He's swimming here, taking a piss out of a Cerato because he can eat fish. He has not been able to find deer or any other AI, so he's screaming at him because he's very angry because he won't share his fish. But that's the thing, he's in deep water. As you can see here, he's barely touching the ground there, which means he's comfortable in water. He's swimming around chilling. He knows he doesn't have to go back there and give him a grilling. And same goes for this concept art here if we go back to it. He's underwater, kind of acting like a Dino, a bit sus. coming from under, coming up, slashing this Tenno. He's shitting himself, as you can see here. This fish is chilling. He's happy now that he's gone for a bigger booty than his own. Now we move on to the next ones. I also, by the way, believe that kind of concludes why I would spend more time underwater. I think maybe even half the time or 3/4 of the time of what Dino can. So be able to, you know, get to sleep there for a little bit, but not too much. Don't go AFK underwater. I've done that before with Dino. Does not end well. And as you can see here as well, he's keeping his neck high because Omnis are here. He's not actually that much bigger. He's just trying to make himself look bigger. So that's why I also believe that you're going to really see a dino where it's going to actually use properly land and water for its advantage. Okay, is there too much on land? As you can see, it's getting slapped up here. No, this is a really cool image. You know, the Omni is probably going to do a lot of damage to a Baryonyx too. I do think Barry will probably have to 1-on-1 and Omni, maybe even 2-on-1, kind of like here, because they're still being careful. As you can see, they're not just going for it. But apart from the giant claws, I don't think its bite force is going to be that strong. It's going to be pretty much bleeder vs bleeder. But again, I would probably believe Barry would probably do more bleed than Omni, because I mean, just look at those claws, they're much bigger. And of course here, as you can see, well, even I can't see. Let me zoom. Kind of ripping something off the Omni. It's ripping something off the Omni, or at least it's showing that I'm a bleeder 2 bitch. And then it sharpens its claws. Is this indicating that maybe you'd have to sharpen your claws now as a dinosaur? I don't know. Kind of cool, but will that work? Is that another idea that works? That looks good on paper, but doesn't work good in game. We shall see. Because this is cool. It doesn't get me so excited. I wouldn't really care much if this came into the game or not. Having to sharpen your claws. It would look cool. Maybe I'll make a good thumbnail out of it, but not everyone wants to make a thumbnail. People want to play the game. If this is going to be something you're really going to have to do, could get a bit annoying, but we shall see about that. So of course, it being another semi-aquatic in the game, it is a big deal. It's something that people have been asking for a very long time. I felt like I've said that 10 times already in this video, but it is what it is. But if you had to replace Baryonyx with a different dino, what would it be and why? Comment that down below, of course. Don't shout at your screen because I can't hear you. And how would this make the game better? Well, you're going to have a more diverse population of playables at any given time. You'll have another semi-aquatic, another mid-tier predator, and mid-tiers in my opinion are always the dinos that make the game the best possible way. Of course, everyone likes to see big dinos. A lot of people even like to be big dinos, but for the game to really function, it's their core that has to be the best. Too many small dinos, you're wasting your time because not many people really want to play small dinos all the time. Mid-tiers are where it's all at, simply because they usually don't take as long as apexes. They're still strong and at times can even fight apexes, at least if in a well-coordinated group. And of course, you also have to worry about small tiers because if they're in a good group, and that's why I feel like mid-tiers are the best. So the more of them come into the game before anything bigger and smaller, the better the game is going to be because they self-sustain, right? If it was just mid-tiers in the game would work. It's as simple as that. Apex is too much food drain. You know, they would need more mid-tiers. So you need that supply chain for them. And same even goes with small tiers. When a mid-tier dies, maybe a predator killed it, predator will eat what it needs to eat and go away, and then you have the small tier that can kind of finish off the scraps, right? Alright. So let's start off with Kendro. Now Kendro is actually one of the dinos that will be coming kind of soon. Has been confirmed along with Baryonyx as well. Is one of the next 8, let's say, dinosaurs that were meant to come to the Isle, or that are coming to the Isle, should I say. So why Kendro? Who is Kendro? And what is Kendro? And where is Kendro? Why Kendro? Because, well, it's going to be replacing Stegosaurus in officials. Stego is counted as an apex, so it will be going bye-bye from officials and only in unofficial servers. Or obviously the ones that allow it in there, which I'm sure will probably be everyone, but at the same time a lot of people seem to not like Stego because it's just been the powerhouse for way too long with nothing to fight it really. Who knows, maybe people are going to put it on timeout for some time. But either way, Kendro is going to be what's kind of replacing it, right? A lot smaller than Stego, weight wise, size wise, everything else wise, but even though it's got quite a similar build, it's got spikes of course instead of plates, which makes it already deadly. It's also got spikes on the side, on his shoulders, and it's got a nice spiky tail. I think it looks kind of cool. It kind of looks like a porcupine. It kind of looks like a naked Stego. I don't know, it just looks weird, but I like it. It looks really cool. But what my point is with why I like Kendro so much, and I can't wait for it to come, I do believe it will change the game dynamic quite a bit. Just simply because everything that can pounce is not going to be able to pounce a Kendro, at least not easily. I think you're going to have to really aim where you pounce on a Kendro, because of course you got these guys here, these massive spikes. I feel like if an Omni would pounce that, you'll probably get impaled, kind of like Diablo can impale stuff. now, right? And at least I hope that's the case, because as you'll see here in the concept art, you can already see that he's using his spikes quite wisely, barging it probably out of the way. There's an Allosaurus, I'm pretty sure, and impaling it. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the same thing for anything that's going to try and pounce it. At least I'd like to hope so. Of course, you still have, where can we get a good example here? You still have this area here which an Omni could pounce and probably still do some bleed. Troodons, of course, will have a bit of an easier time because they're smaller, and of course Kentro in general is also smaller. It's not as big of a target as Stego, meaning that even Omni, even if it pounces here, who knows, maybe it pounces too high, his head's going to get messed up here, which is only fair because Kentro's not really that big. You know, it's going to be a lot quicker than Stego, of course. Not that it's going to be a Ferrari, but it's going to be a lot quicker, probably more agile as well, and probably going to have a nice turn radius, like quite a quick one. It's going to have to defend itself from quite a lot, which when it comes out, even Rex, I mean, it's probably going to have to run away from that, but you get me. But even with that case, I'd like to see a Rex, if it would actually get damage. I'd like to hope if something big comes and just bites down on it over in this area here, that's just going to get a lot of bleed, because regardless whether you're a Rex, these spikes are long and they're not soft, you know, that's going to hurt. In real life, that would probably go right through a Rex's head, probably die from that. You know, but Rex ain't careful if it's been stupid. I'm not saying that obviously this is going to one-on-one a Rex, but for defense purposes, I would probably stay clear of it if it's done well. Maybe it's going to give you super high bleed. And as you can see here, the super powerful slap from its tail as well. So it's definitely going to be dealing some good damage to what even is this dino. Alberto, probably not, doesn't look big enough. Maybe Allo, looks like kind of an Allo. Look at me trying to name dinosaurs like I know them. It's a dinosaur, okay? And it's not that big. Obviously, we know how big Ceratops are. I would imagine this might be a full-grown Kentro. It is obviously bigger, and Cerato's not actually that big. But if it can throw something that size around, it can throw something like a Cerato around. I'll presume even a Carno could probably get slapped up like this. Maybe it's something like a power swing, which we know Stego has now. But maybe Kentro will have something like that too, which is going to really put however long this is inside of you. It's going to come out the other side. You're done for. But of course, it's a game, so we can never have it that realistic. Otherwise, it wouldn't really be fun to get one shot by pretty much anything if it has a good defense like this, right? And how would they make the game better? Well, generally, I think we need more herbivores. We need more carnivores and herbivores in general, but it'd be nice to actually see some other herbivores that have some good defense. Now we've got, of course, Diablo, but something like Kentro would add something else, something a bit more quicker, I would believe, than even a Diablo. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about Kentro. Is it one of those dinos that you're kind of looking forward to, or you can wait for it, you don't really care too much about it? I personally, when I heard it was coming out, got quite excited, just simply because it looks quite different. Yes, again, it looks kind of like a Stego, but smaller, and well, instead of plates, it's got spikes. But just simply those lovely big spikes it's got on its side, I think it looks cool. Looks very different, and I feel like it's just going to be a dino that's going to be quite fun to play. I don't think it will take too long to grow. I think it will be probably quite plain with colors though, in comparison to other dinos. I don't think it's going to be one that's going to be too amazing to make look, but hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully they'll have some quite cool patterns for it. It just feels like something that's going to be a bit more plain, but nonetheless will be quite cool. And I do think that IO needs some more mid-tiers that actually can also defend quite well, because this will be quite a valued dino in a herd. Like, imagine having a few Dryos in a herd. Okay, let's be more realistic, because no one really plays Dryo, unfortunately. You got some Tenos, which are quite good at defense, to be fair, but a pack of Carnos is going to think twice before fighting a herd that has a Kentro in it, because Kentro is going to be quite agile, as depicted here on the concept art. You can see it moving around quite a bit, so I definitely would be thinking twice. In fact, even when I see a herd with Tenno or Paki in it, I do think twice. You know, you always have to think again, how are you going to actually attack as a predator? And I think Kentro's going to really make you think that again, because it's going to be like, how am I going to maneuver around this? Before there was a Stego, people would still fight because they know that that thing is slow as fuck and they can get around it. And even if it was closely guarded, let's say the Stego was guarding the Tenno that you're hunting, you know that if that Stego swings, it has the risk of most likely killing the Tenno and you maybe, but is it going to want to kill its friend? Probably not. So standing next to a Stego is more of a death threat, but standing next to a Kentro, even though those spikes looks like they'll give a lot of bleed, I still believe it won't kill you. Maybe if you sit down, so you have more of a chance, right? You know, and it's going to be quicker, so it's probably going to have a much better chance of catching you off guard than a Stego, of course. I'm not saying it's going to outrun a predator here, but of course it's going to have a faster acceleration than a Stego. That is pretty much everything I want to talk about when it comes to Barry and Kentro. Two dinos I'm super excited to come to the Isle. Do I think they'll come next year? Most likely yes, because I still have the high hope, which I know will make me look like a dreamer here. I still have the high hope that T-Rex and Trike are coming this year, and I still think that this year we'll still get Aloe, and Fire I would presume would come with it. No man big dreams, but we shall see. But either way, regardless whether we see all the 4 dinos I just mentioned in this year or not, I do believe that Barry and Kendra will come next year. If they come the year after, then that's just ridiculous, because then when are the next dinos coming, right? But yeah, apart from that, have a great day and peace.